pretty sure we're live. Just trying to get used to all this fun new technology and video. So if you see me looking at the screen every so often, I'm trying to make sure that everything's working right. I also have to remember to actually look at you, not down. So just things that we have to get used to. We're very unscripted tonight, and looking forward to doing many more of these and getting a little bit more comfortable interacting in front of the camera for you, so that we can get back to engaging with everybody out there and seeing you guys and answering your questions and talking to you. Anyhow, I'm Nathan.
I'm Julie.
And together we make up Holistic Therapies NorthWest. So tonight we're just going to be kind of loose and just wanted to go over a little bit of our company and why we're doing what we're doing. And mostly what we're doing is making products for you. We want to make things that fill in that little gap in your routine or in your needs, because they're the same that we need. And it's not to make something that is ultra premium that only a few people can get. We've been really intent on making sure that our price points are set somewhere where everybody can access things. So you'll never see us, or at least as little as possible, you'll never see us selling a product for hundreds of dollars that you only get an itty bitty bitty bit. Because that's just not the way we are. Okay. Well, YouTube's giving me a little bit of an error, but we'll see if it keeps going. So hopefully it keeps the stream on. Anyhow, what do you have to say about what we do and why we do it?
One of the main things is our products are very good for the environment. I think most or all are vegan and just overall really good for your body and health.
That's a lot of what we do try to do, and we're mostly vegan just by nature of what we're trying to accomplish. We did use some beeswax in some of our initial products. We did source all of our beeswax from some very reputable sources, so it wasn't just willy-nilly off the internet, because that's where you really get into some of the oddball products out there. But when you go and get to know where your product is coming from, especially with something like beeswax, you can really see the importance that the person is taking care of their bees or their land or what have you. And if they aren't, then you hightail it out of there and you find a different source. So but we decided that it was just more important to us to remove the beeswax from a lot of our products. In fact, the only thing we really have that's beeswax based is we have a couple of candles left. And beeswax candles are wonderful. They actually do a really good job at ionizing the air, and they also burn a lot longer than paraffin candles, and they don't pollute your air. Then one of the other things that we started understanding a couple of years ago actually was that we initially concentrated on body care, making sure your skin was being well taken care of, because especially in our area we are horrid to our skin. You might not realize that right off the bat, but we are absolutely horrid to our skin, and it's not intentional. It's just a product of our environment. We go to go to work, or when you used to, and most of us are at home now, but a lot of times you go to your office and you have air conditioning piped in, and it really helps maintain the temperature really well, but it can also really dry out your skin and introduce other things to your skin that are not helpful. And then, as much as we all try to eat healthy and be good to ourselves, our diet definitely plays a lot into how our bodies are. So we do things that are detrimental to our bodies all the time. Once again, not entirely unintentionally. It's just a product of our environment. So we started out, just concentrating on skincare, and we realized that there's a lot more to it. There's a lot more things going on with our bodies and our environment and our minds and our spirit, and so we decided to branch out a little bit and really explore our own intents and our own spirituality, and bring in some other products like meditative aids like singing bowls, chimes, incense, and then also a wide variety of essential oils that are really good for retuning your environment and making it a much better place.
Also tinctures.
Tinctures, yes. We haven't really brought those back out yet, but you bring up a good point, because a while back, I think we brought them out at the Cosmic Awareness Fair a couple of years ago. We wanted to do something really kind of unique there, because we don't like to always bring out the same old stuff. We have it, you can bring it, but we actually made these tincture kits that are pretty neat, and once we get things resituated around here, we'll probably bring them back out. But essentially what you got was a 8-ounce mason jar with just enough of the bulk material to produce the tincture, and it's all nice and sealed up. It also gave you instructions on how to make the tincture, how to store it, and also a little filter to filter it out, and a dropper bottle so you can pour it in for easy use. And you just add your own vodka. People kind of get taken aback by that. What, vodka? But that's all a tincture really is an alcohol extraction of an herb. And the easiest thing to do that with is vodka, because vodka starts out typically at about a 40% alcohol percentage by volume. And after you make the tincture, you add the equivalent amount of water, and you wind up with a 20% alcohol by volume tincture, which is about where you want things. And you can tweak it from there. You can dilute it a little bit more. I would not suggest diluting it less, but the other nice thing about making your own tinctures is that you don't have a tincture that's been sitting on a shelf for an unknown amount of time. We are dealing with a solvent. That's what alcohol is. And when you have something sitting in a solvent, it eventually deteriorates to a point where it's not viable. And so making your own tinctures can be extremely cost effective, but also it makes sure that you're getting a good quality product. Looking over at Julie.
Yeah, I'm trying. Jewelry.
And I see we do have a couple of people watching. If you have any questions, please chime in there on the chat. We'd love to see who's out there, and if you have a question, we'd love to get it answered here. We're planning on doing this at least once a month live for right now. We have to, as you can see, we have to come up with some content. And that's not always easy on the fly, but we also don't really want to have everything seem scripted, because you know, that gets a little boring. I can sit here and read a script, or what we're really looking forward to is talking to you about what things have been going on through the previous month and how we're coping with certain things. This pandemic we're in is definitely wearing on all of us, and I know everybody is looking forward to seeing that light at the end of the tunnel when we can all go out again and enjoy each other's company, without having any issues like we're having right now. But right now, it is really important that we do keep our distance, and that we do follow these guidelines that are being put to us, because this is what's going to get us through it. This is what's going to help us all stay healthy, and make sure that our friends and family and their friends and family, all get through this thing, and we all get to see each other at the end of it. So, in the meantime, we have great technology, like the ability to live stream. We have the ability to do one-on-ones with people. We have software out there like Zoom. I actually prefer a system called Jitsi. And if you ever do a one-on-one, or I'm hoping to do some group chats and online workshops here pretty soon, and that's probably the platform we're going to use. I'm going to grab a drink of water and let Julie talk. Did you have anything prepared? You were saying you were looking into a couple of options, a couple of things that you wanted to...
In the upcoming videos?
Upcoming videos, just, talk about anything you want. This is our time to introduce ourselves out to YouTube.
Well, some of the upcoming videos I was thinking of doing, talking about some essential oils and their purposes, going over some of the products that we make.
Julie's our product making queen. When we're doing events, she's the one that's in here a lot, going through our formulas and going through our inventory, making sure that we have enough of everything. And if we don't, she gets a lot of that product together, and the products that she doesn't feel, and she doesn't make, or that she needs to divvy up, she gets those put off to me. And when I get done with everything else, it's like, okay.
The chemist part.
Yes, I do all of our chemistry. I get to play mad scientist, which is a lot of fun. That's the other thing about this particular business, is that we try to have fun with it. A lot of businesses and a lot of jobs that people have out there can feel like a job. I gotta get up and I gotta go to my job. And it's nice being able to wake up and go, I get to go work. I get to go and do my job and be smiling, and a true smile. And that shows in the end product, that shows in the end result of what we're doing. Because if you come into this with negative energy, that negative energy gets transferred into everything you do. So if we come into this and we're loving what we're doing, and we put that energy into what we're making, then that energy gets transmitted to you. That is part of what you get, and you get to take part in that energy. So it's actually really important that when we come in and make stuff, we don't do it if we're having a bad day. And we all have bad days. As positive and as energetic as we try to be, we all have bad days, and it's okay. We just don't make product that day. we we get it situated, we get it figured out, we get it taken care of, and then once those energy levels are back, it's like, okay, now we can go make product. Now we can go do this. I'd actually like to talk a little bit about incense, which is a product we don't make. We buy it. We buy two main brands. There's Satya and Hem, which are two of the top of the line incenses that come out of India. And one of the misconceptions with incense is that it is meant to just burn in your house and make things smell pretty. Yes, it will do that. Yes, you can do that. But one, you don't always have to burn it. So if you have an incense that you really like the smell of, but you don't want the smoke, or there's somebody that has potentially a breathing issue, there's a lot of times where, I can't have a lot of incense smoke even though I want to have that smell in. So one thing you can do, because you're not always going to be able to get that into an essential oil or something like that to diffuse, is you can just take the incense stick and just break it up and put it on a dish on a table. It takes longer for the smell to get out, but that's okay because it's going to be a lot lighter. And you can also just take the incense from there, put it in a bag, for safekeeping, and burn that later in like campfire, or outdoor fireplace, something like that, and you'll get kind of that fragrance going again. The other thing too to remember about incense is it's a really good medium for releasing energy or releasing a thought or prayer or what have you. So you don't have to always burn it in your house. Burning it outside is fantastic. And if you get if depending on what you're trying to accomplish, like if you have a friend that's in a particular need and you want to send energy to them, a great way to visualize that transference of energy is to take a stick of incense that reminds you of them or reminds you of the thought or energy that you're trying to get out there, and take that outside and walk around with it for a little bit, get your thoughts really in tune, and when you're ready, light that incense pardon me, light that incense and stick that stick in the ground, and then meditate on your thoughts, on the energies that you want to transmit out there, and let that energy travel along the smoke and let that smoke carry it to its destination. So incense plays a really important role in keeping our mind healthy and allowing us to really focus and transfer our energies out there. And I think that's actually one of the really cool things about it is, instead of just, thinking about your friend or thinking about the world in general and saying, hey, I just want to send some energy out there, you can really visually and physically impart that energy into that incense and just watch it go out in the smoke. I'm going to grab some more water.
It's really relaxing too, like when you're in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
You're just relaxing, yoga.
Yes. So, let's see here. A little bit more about this year. Man, this year hit us all like a ton of bricks. We almost shut down this year. It was really scary. When the beginning of the year hit and things were looking bad, we had to make some quick decisions, and some of those were really hard. And one of those was we had to close down our shop over on Market Street. We moved a couple of times. We'd started out, our first physical store out in the shops at Riverside Mall, which that we were really looking forward to trying to make that work, but for various reasons we had to change gears, and wound up on Market Street, which we were just getting things together there. We were actually really looking forward to this year, and trying to make things take that next step. But then pandemic hit and everything had to shut down. And I'm actually gonna have to step out for just a moment because there's a call on my other phone that I need to go check out. So I'm gonna leave it with Julie. So I will be back in just a moment.
So after we closed our shop down, we just decided, because of the pandemic, that we would focus more on our local farmers markets. So we did the Aberdeen Sunday Market, and we also participated in the Shelton Farmers Market on Saturday. Both were really, really good. We met a lot of new people at both events. We're local to Aberdeen, but we met a lot of people that were always expecting us in Shelton as well. So thank you if anybody from Shelton is watching. And I don't know what this next year is going to bring. We'll figure out exactly what we're going to be doing. I don't foresee any events taking place, so we will probably have to just wait until the markets open back up. The benefit of participating in the farmers markets is you actually get some really amazing produce, fresh produce, from local farmers where you actually know where your food's coming from. Let's see here. Oh, we also did the Centralia Farmers Market. I think we only did that like 2 weeks. Does anybody have any questions yet? I don't see anything. Let's see here. The other thing that is really unique about us is we actually help out 2 other local vendors in the area, Riverdance and Fox Island, who both are soap makers but do something very similar to what we do as well. Just talking about the Riverdance and Fox Island.
Oh yeah.
And talked about the farmers markets.
Our soaps. Yeah, we don't make soap because they make soap the way we would want to make soap. So what's been a challenge for you this year that you've overcome? I know I'm putting her on the spot.
No.
I'll come back to that. What's been one of your more favorite things at an event that's happened this year?
Well, one thing that I had said just a moment ago was that it's very good that we're able to participate in the farmers markets because the benefit of that is we get fresh produce and we know where it's coming from.
Yeah, that's actually something really important. And that's something to look out for too. We deal with things in a holistic manner. That's in our business name. So there's a lot of products out there that we don't make, we don't sell, but we'll definitely promote. And one of those is definitely getting your food as close to you as possible. And it helps your local farmers like Skyland and Argos and Be Organic, and there's a lot of great farms around our area that so many people probably don't even know about, and you can find out about a lot of them at the Sunday market because they have a list of everybody.
And the Shelton market.
Yeah, and when you get your food that close to you, that fresh, it lasts a lot longer.
Yes.
How many of you have gone out and bought, fruits or vegetables or that kind of thing at a big box store, can't name any of them, and taken them home, and, if you don't use them within a couple of days, they're just gone. They're mush in your drawer, and, then you got to throw them away. And I think that's just horrible because it's very wasteful. It's contributing to our wasteful society, which we're trying to get away from. And so if you get your veggies really fresh and they're grown locally and grown sustainably, you get a much better, much more nutritious vegetable. Speaking of sustainable, what are some of the things we've been doing lately? We've been making some changes to our products so that we're reducing our overall impact.
Most of our containers are glass, except of course for the lip butter, which we'll get there. The label is also recyclable.
And it's made out of 100% recyclable or recycled paper. So we were using these nice, pretty glossy labels. They make a great label. They're really pretty. But they were all new paper, and we decided, we have to put a label on our product. So we decided to switch over to completely recycled paper labels. So we can't do anything glossy, but I'm okay with that. I'd rather have a label that has gone through that process, and that we've taken the time to make sure that it can that it's not just always new. And yeah, unfortunately our lip butters still in the plastic tubes. We've tried a few paper tubes, and they're very problematic. Hopefully we can get things to a point with those where we can get a better container. We've even used some lip pots and that kind of thing, and I think most people just don't want to stick their finger in it and then put it on their lips. But it's like it's yours. But that's okay. We'll get there. But yeah, all of our containers are either glass or tin. So you can recycle them, you can reuse them, you can, gift them to somebody that will reuse them. We're hoping to, get to a point where we can take some of that back, and dispose of anything that we can't reuse in a sustainable manner, and then reuse whatever we can. But we have to have some really hefty cleaning equipment to make sure everything is sanitized and that kind of thing. And as well, during that sanitization process, you're going to have that gray water. So we'd have to make sure that gray water is taken care of properly, because you don't just toss it out in the yard. As much as we'd almost want to, but there's there's things in it that aren't necessarily, poisonous or that kind of thing, but they are not, very nice to the to some of the stuff in our environment. So we don't want to impact it that way. So, um, but these are all the things that we have to think about as business owners when we're making a new product, when we're figuring out where we want to go, how we want to make that next step in our business is, how is it going to impact not just us, and what's it going to do for us, but what's it going to do out there in the wild. It'd be really really sad to find out that something we were doing was causing detriment to our environment. And we're always going to have an impact, so minimizing that impact is very important to us. And I think that translates over into everything else we do and how we present things, because we're not going to present you with something that's toxic.
No.
So yeah, we haven't been able to do a lot of the markets that normally pop up. This time of year we'd be looking forward to doing a couple of holiday markets here locally and potentially abroad. But since we're not doing that, it's a good time to reflect and look at what we are doing and how we're going to move forward. And to also do what we can to connect with you guys out there. This is, like I said, this is the first of hopefully many videos that we're going to do, and we're going to try and do some more live streaming as we go, and hopefully get some questions out there. I know there's a lot of people out there that might have a question about how to use a particular essential oil, or what's all this craziness going on with things in deodorants. We're gonna try and get some topics together that are really meaningful about what you're using in your life, and things to help you, and we can do that by you asking us questions. But we also have ideas ourselves of things that we really enjoy teaching. Like what's something you really like to discuss with people and that you get energized about?
Essential oils. Essential oils, definitely.
Yeah, and we're gonna have a few videos on essential oils, because we want to get people informed. There's a lot of things going on out there in the world of essential oils that we'd like to talk to everybody about, and to help people to utilize these in a safe manner, because there's a lot of misinformation out there, and there's a lot of things out there that we just cringe at sometimes, because we know it's that these things should not be used in that manner, because they're great. I mean, they are the essence of a plant that you have in this neat little bottle. But that's concentrated essence of that plant, and that's one thing we always have to keep in mind, is how strong some of this stuff is. And that's what we look at with some of the oils that we use. Some of the oils that we use in our products are pretty powerful stuff, and if you put too much into a product, you really just have too much. It's not really going to have more benefit to you by putting more in it. It's just more, and it becomes wasteful and potentially dangerous. So we launched our new website. took me a long time to get that thing ready. Oh my gosh. And that's one of the other crazy things about, running a business is that, you can choose to, offload some things and hire companies to do certain things. And, anybody out there that's, looking to start your own business, if there's something you're not comfortable doing, go find somebody that is and hire them to do that for you, because it can save you a lot of time and frustration. And it can also make sure that you're able to concentrate on what you like to do and what your purpose in your business is, rather than trying to figure out how to program a website or do all of this other stuff that is necessary in a business, but isn't your forte. We're kind of lucky because I am kind of a jack of all trades, and it might take me a little while to get to things sometimes, because of some of the other work that I do. But that's why I try to, make sure I teach this one over here, as much as I can, and, have Julie do, some of the entries, and really, because this business is both of ours, and it's both of us. It's not just, even though I do most of the talking. It's just because I'm a blabbermouth. But this business really takes both of us to run, and not many people get to do that with their spouse. And I think that's kind of important if you're gonna go into a business with your spouse. It's got to be something you both enjoy doing. Otherwise, it's gonna be a hard road. But we found something that we both like and both enjoy, and through some of the hard roads and that kind of thing, we're still kicking it. We're still doing it. We're looking forward soon. I don't know if you guys have heard of backflow cone incense burners, but the backflow incense cones are these neat little. It's a neat differentiation on an incense cone. They're a little bit bigger than a standard cone, but the center is hollowed out just slightly, not completely. It's just a little hole through the center. And what that does is when you put this on a backflow incense burner, is the incense burner has a stand for it with a hole in the bottom, and that smoke is actually pushed down through that hole, and it flows out into the display. And a lot of times they have like a water setup, or there's some dragons out there. We have some pretty neat waterfalls with Buddhas, and with Lord Ganesha, and so we're looking forward to those coming in. Those are supposed to be in on Monday, so we're looking forward to having those out there. Yeah. Also, we're getting in some more symbols. So I don't have one here to show you, which I'm sorry, because I'm going to talk about them and I can't actually chime them. No, we sold them.
Oh, okay.
But the Tibetan brass symbols are they produce just this pure tone that is just amazing. And there's sometimes I actually miss having them, because there are some times when I would get not really frustrated, but I wouldn't have quite my thoughts in tune, and just you tap those symbols, and you let that tone just resonate through you, and all of a sudden your thoughts just come right into center, and you know exactly what it is you need to do. And it's just so amazing. And when you combine that also with the tone of the singing bowl, you just wind up with this tonal environment that you can really center on and get your thoughts in order, relax, And that's important, especially right now. You know, some people, you know, like to make fun of meditation and some of our spirituality and that kind of thing. But you know what? That's all right. If you gotta laugh at us, laugh. But, you know, for us and for you, understanding and adding meditation into your daily routine is monumental and can really change your outlook on a day. So if you wake up in the morning and things aren't quite going the way you want them to, if you take a moment and, you know, let yourself breathe, let things just stop for a minute and center your thoughts, use sound, use scent, use silence, but just let your thoughts center and let yourself calm down. Deep breaths. Let that air into your body. Because when we get flustered, we start kind of hyperventilating ourselves and our breath is really short. And if you're doing that, then you know your brain isn't going to be able to process properly, and you're going to feel agitated just because your body is not getting that oxygen. So you know, especially right now when there is so much animosity out there and so much that is causing negativity, you know, bring that positivity back in, bring that energy into your life, and recognize it when it's not there. And take a moment, stop, recognize it's not there, and say, all right, I need to take a me moment. And just go and take it and get yourself realigned and move on with the rest of your day. Oh boy, we are on the home stretch here. So we're trying to make these an hour long, but you know, going unscripted, we're trying to not say and I'm failing miserably at it. But we also want these to be meaningful for you and not for you to just be sitting there listening to us babble on about, you know, the same thing over and over and over again. So I might knock this one short just a little bit, unless Julie. I'm gonna get you talking.
Well, I can't really think of anything else because we don't want to go into anything.
You can talk about anything you want. If you want to go into something, go into it. We got 15 minutes.
Well,
let the world know what's on your mind.
We need to save it for...
What? Just give him a teaser. Man, she's got me wondering now. What are you scheming?
Nothing.
What is Julie scheming?
Nothing at all.
Right. Alrighty. Well, this month is going to be, you know, kind of our launching for our video platform. So, you know, really stay tuned. We're going to try and do pretty much everything through YouTube to make sure everything's just in one place. But we will, we'll also have links out there on our website. You can access our website at www.holistictherapiesnw.com. And I think next time I will have a little image that I can swap over to really quick. I wasn't planning on that today, so note for next time. And, you know, the other thing that we're looking forward to as well as for you is, you know, for you guys to help see us growing and see us, you know, getting better at what we do, and, you know, to hopefully translate that over to you, transmit it over to you, and help you become, you know, better you, because that's what it's all about. It's just becoming better people, progressing forward, and, you know, with our business now we have to switch gears and you know, really figure out other ways to do things with you. So look forward to some additional videos. They're probably just going to be like some 5 or 6 minute shorts, just to, you know, get some information out there. And we're also going to be planning some video workshops, so keep an eye out for those. Some of them will probably be free. If we can make them free, we will. We do need to pay the bills though, so some of them might be a donate on donation basis only. So we'll see how that goes. And anything else? I think I'm gonna wrap it here.
Yeah. I can't.
Anything else before we go?
Nope.
Nothing else. So next time, it's just going to be Julie. I'm going to walk out of the room, and she's going to have to do the whole hour by herself. I am just joking. I would not do that to you. But next time we will probably, hopefully have a few more things to talk about and to work with everybody, and just looking forward to interacting with everybody again, and getting back to you, because like I said at the beginning, you're why we do this. We're not just in this to make a buck. We're here because we know that this is needed in our world right now, and we want to share that with you, and we want you to be a part of our journey. So anyhow, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and flip this thing off. That was not the right word to say. See? Unscripted. This is what happens when we're unscripted. So we're going to go ahead and end this one a little bit early. But thank you for joining us. And if you watch this later on, definitely throw some questions out in that chat, and we'll try to answer them then, or if it's something that we want to go into on the video, we'll save it until the next time and let you know that stay tuned, or watch the video afterwards, and you can get the answer to your question and other things, because sometimes they might require demonstration, and if they do, you can see I like to talk to my hands, or with my hands. I've been really trying to keep them down. But if you keep my hands busy, then they don't fly up like that. So anyhow, everybody have a good night, and take care of yourself. Be good to everybody, and spread positive energy. Cheers.